Hello students, in this lecture we will study now steering geometry. This is the last part of unit number 3 and point number is 3.7. In the last presentation we have learned about types of steering steering gearboxes that we have studied, like rack and pinion. After that, ball recirculating type of steering gearbox. After that, we have seen hydraulic steering, power steering. After that, electrical steering, such type of steering that we have learned in the last presentation. Now today we will learn about steering, the concepts which are used in defining steering geometry. So let us see what are these contents, like learning outcome. We will learn here significance and ranges of caster. Positive caster means what, negative caster means what, and in that way positive and negative camber. Caster and camber, these are the two terms. Let us see what is the meaning and what is the significance of this. What is toe in and toe out, and after that we will learn about kingpin inclination, KPI, or steering axis inclination, SAI. What is steering geometry? The angular relationship among the front wheels, the front wheel attaching parts, and vehicle frame is known as steering geometry. The various factors entering into the front end geometry and influencing the steering case, steering stability, riding quality have direct effect on the tire wear. That's why in steering geometry we will learn about camber, caster, toe in, toe out, steering axis, scrub radius. The term, therefore, steering geometry, also known as front end geometry, refers to the angular relationship between suspension and steering parts, front wheels, and the road surface. Because alignment deals with angles and affects steering, the method of describing alignment measurement is called as a steering geometry. Before that, let us understand Ackermann's principle of steering. In this figure you will see different axes. What are these? Let us see. In this figure, 3 arrow heads are shown, X, Y and Z. Travel in XS direction indicates pure rolling and YY direction indicates pure sliding of the wheel on the travel surface. When the wheel is turned, the travel of the wheel is along ZZ axis. The result is combination of pure rolling and pure sliding. So ZZ is indicating here combination of pure rolling and the pure sliding. When a vehicle with a 4-wheel is negotiating a curve, the third condition as explained above, that is ZZ, with a combination of pure rolling and pure sliding prevails. But there should be only rolling motion on the wheels while taking a turn. To ensure that all the wheels only roll but do not slide on the travel surface, the kinetic linkages of all 4 wheels should be arranged in such a way that the center of rotation of all 4 wheels in plan coincide. In other words, the center of rotation should be common to all 4 wheels. This is the Ackermann's steering principle. So here in the next figure you will see that center of rotation of all 4 wheels. So this is the figure indicating Ackermann's steering principle at the point O, which is nothing but common center of rotation. You will see the rear wheels, after that their axis, common axis of the rear wheels. When there is a turn, you will see that all the axis passing through the center of the wheel meets at the center O. In this way you will see alpha is the angle between the rear wheel common axis and inner wheel axis. Beta is equal to angle between the rear wheel common axis and outer wheel axis. So this way this condition should be satisfied, and as per the Ackermann's steering principle. Let us see what is meant by camber. Camber is also called as a wheel rake. Camber is the tilt of a car wheel from the vertical when viewed from the front of the vehicle. Camber is positive if the tilt is outward at the top and is negative if the tilt is inward at the top of the wheels. If the top of the wheel is not tilted in either direction, it is called zero camber. The camber also called wheel rake and is measured in degrees. So in this figure you will see zero camber, positive camber, negative camber. What is the effect of camber? When the wheel is tilted outward at the top, camber is positive. Because of positive camber, the rolling radius at different points of the tire tread is different, result of which the tire tends to roll like a truncated cone about the center of rotation. So tire will wear more on outside. So tire will wear more on outside. Negative camber will cause the wear of the tire more on inside. Initially, positive camber is provided to the wheel so that when the wheel is loaded, it automatically comes to vertical position. The tire life will be maximum when the camber angle is 0. Amount camber should not exceed 2 degrees. What is kingpin? Before understanding caster, we will understand what is kingpin. Most of the steering system have a kingpin which is attached to the steering knuckle to support. This is a figure which shows the kingpin. You will see the yellow colored is nothing but the part which is showing you the kingpin. In a vehicle engineering, kingpin can refer to any major pin that holds two assemblies together. However, it is most commonly used to refer to the pin that couples the steering stub axle to the beam axle of the vehicle. Once inserted, the stub axle is free to pivot around its center. If we put a steering arm on the stub axle, we can control the direction of travel of the vehicle. So this figure indicating here the location of the kingpin. You will see on the left hand side there is a stub axle, and on the right hand side there is another axle. Along with bushing and thrust bearing, you will see the nature of the kingpin in this figure. So from this we can define the caster. What is caster? The angle between the kingpin center line and the vertical in the plane of the wheel is called as a caster angle. If the kingpin center line meets the ground at the point ahead of the vertical wheel center line, as shown in the figure, it is called a positive caster. If the kingpin center line meets the ground at the point behind the vertical center line, it is called negative caster. So A and B is indicating, figure A is indicating here positive caster angle and the figure B indicating negative caster angle. So caster has a negligible effect on the wheel tread wear, but it affects the steering. How? Negative caster makes the steering too light and difficult to control. Too positive caster angle results in hard steering, causing the road shocks to be felt at the steering. Caster angle once set, it becomes permanent and cannot be adjusted like camber angle. If on an automobile which is in use, the caster angle is different on both sides, indicates damage due to the accident and should immediately be replaced or corrected by repair. What is the amount of caster? It should be 3 degree, which gives best results. So this is the figure showing you negative caster and positive caster. Let us see what is the meaning of kingpin inclination. KPI, it is the angle between the kingpin center line and vertical line when seen from the front of the vehicle. It is also called steering axle inclination, SAI. Kingpin inclination and caster are used to improve the directional stability in car. This is also used to reduce steering effort when steering a stationary. It reduces tire wear. This inclination varies from 4 to 8 degree in the modern cars. So steering kingpin inclination is also called as a steering axis inclination, SAI. So these are the figures again indicating the kingpin inclination. You will see clearly how is this inclination in different figures. We can define here the scrub radius. Scrub radius is the distance between the point where SAI line crosses the ground line and where the center line of the tire crosses the ground. So here the two-headed arrow is indicating you the position for getting the scrub radius. What is toe in? Toe in is the amount by which the front wheel are set closer together at the front than at the rear when the vehicle is stationary. Front is equal to, if 79 inch, rear is equal to 80 inch, the total distance toe in is nothing but you will get 1 inch. Toe out. The wheel may set closer at the rear than the front, in which case the difference of the distance between the front wheel at the front end and at the rear is called as toe out. So both of these figure indicating toe in and toe out. So front is 80, near rear is 79. Then total toe out is here again 1 inches. So toe in, toe out, that you will see in this figure. So here in this figure you will say toe in means B minus A and toe out means A minus B. You will see what is A and what is B here in this figure, and we can have the idea about toe in and toe out. What is the purpose? The toe in is provided on all kinds of vehicle except tractors and some front wheel drive cars. The purpose of providing toe in is to offset the tendency of wheel rolling on the curves due to the limitation of correct steering, due to possible play in steering linkages, and due to the camber effect. The toe out is provided to counter the tendency of inward rolling of the wheels due to soil condition on agricultural land and on account of side thrust and crosswind effect. Amount of toe in and toe out varies from 0 to 6 mm depending upon the type of vehicle. What is center point steering? Center point steering, the point at which the axis of the road wheel and the axis of kingpin intersect at a point on the ground. It is called the center point of steering. Scrub radius, the distance between the steering axis and the axis of the road wheel at the point where they intersect the road surface is called as scrub radius. And combined angle or total or included angle. Combined angle or included angle is the angle formed in the vertical plane between the road wheel axis and the axis of the kingpin. Combined angle is equal to the camber angle plus kingpin inclination. Refer all these figures for understanding. Thank you very much. You can have these references for more information. Thank you.